Hello, welcome to a special edition of the ARPA Vlogs. I am in Abbotsford, British Columbia with Levi Minderhout. We're just getting gas right now. This special edition, we are going to cover a court case happening in BC right now. So Levi, where are we?
We are on the highway on the way to Vancouver, to the BC Court of Appeal.
So this case is AB versus CD versus EF. And Levi, maybe for the viewers at home here, maybe you can explain to them why such a weird case name? Why AB, CD, EF?
It's not that the people are actually named A, B, C, D. They didn't pull all these out of an alphabet soup can. What's happening in the case is they want to keep the names, the identities of the people involved in the case. They want to keep them private. And so they're just using acronyms to use rather than using their real names.
So because Levi and I are so conscious of the environment, we got to take the HOV lane. Pretty much today was just defining terms, almost, it seemed. So day two should be a lot more exciting. What's going to be happening in day two?
Tomorrow, they're really going to get into the meat of it. They're going to start delving into the arguments about A, B, and C, D, and all the other people in there. Tomorrow is the day that ARPA is going to make their oral argumentation in court. That should be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to hearing all the work that they put into that and the arguments that they can put forth in this case.
So this vlog is kind of a precursor to the vlogs for the fall tour. And I was thinking on the fall tour, we're just gonna maybe make a Q&A section. So in the comments below, ask a question. Ask a question about anything that you want us to answer, and we'll try our best to get to it. And every episode we'll pick the best question that we got, and then we'll answer it on the next one. So ask us a question now, and then on the fall tour vlogs, we will try to answer that question. You know, this part of the city is actually pretty cool, so I'm gonna run around and get some scenic shots before we head into court. And when we're in court, we can't actually film anything, so I've actually just gotta stow my camera away, and I guess I'll catch you on the flip-flop.
Oh, you guys found us in waves, eh? You knew you would find me in a coffee shop. Oh, which one did I put sugar in there?
We're shooting quick updates in a second here, but Mike's gonna guard my computer with his life. Sounds good.
Now, John joins us today from the courts in British Columbia.
I don't know what happened. It all stopped.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure. Hey everyone, it's Mike Schutten here, the Director of Advocacy for ARPA Canada. I'm here outside the Vancouver Law Courts with John Sikkema, Jeffrey Trotter, who we've hired outside counsel that we've hired for a very important case that's being heard over these next couple of days. We're at day two of a 3-day trial. The trial is referred to as AB versus CD, and there's a publication ban. So John and Jeffrey are not going to talk the specifics of the actual case. Now, John, there's two very important factors that we want to present to you, our supporters. Can you share with our supporters what they are?
Yeah, so there's two kind of main issues going on. The first is, can a minor, a child or a young person, consent to receive hormone therapy? The second issue is, if that is a decision that a child can make on their own without their parents' consent, what can the role of a parent be or continue to be?
Now, Jeffrey, you've been very instrumental in helping us put together our factum, our written remarks to the court. Can you speak a bit more to that parental rights aspect and what arguments you brought forward today?
What was so surprising about what the court below did is that the order it made that the father was not allowed to try to persuade the child not to go through treatment was made as a protection order. It's the strongest power that the court has under the Family Law Act. It's generally used for extreme cases of risk, to children. It's strong enough to remove parents from the family home. Our argument to the Court of Appeal today was that is a severe infringement of the freedom of thought and expression of the father, and it really puts this child, and as a precedent will put other children at risk. It's a very serious infringement of a family's charter rights to use a draconian order like this to say that a parent can essentially no longer voice disagreement.
It was fascinating being in the courtroom with the two of you as well as all the other lawyers. We're just asking that you pray not only for the judges, but also all the lawyers involved in the case and the family that's at the center of this case, and all those who are struggling with gender dysphoria in our country. So please continue to follow the ongoing developments of this case, AB versus CD, and pray for all of those involved. We thank you for your support. Good night from Vancouver.
How did you feel about today, Levi?
Today went really well, considering when we saw Jeffrey Trotter do his arguments on our behalf, on the behalf of ARPA. I was just thinking to myself, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. He was only supposed to have like 15 minutes for argumentation, and yet he was talking for almost half an hour answering questions.
It's clear that there's a lot of forces opposed to a biblical worldview as it applies to those things, parenting and sexuality and raising of children. It's great that we have the opportunity to speak freely to the courts in a country like Canada, and ultimately that we serve the King of Kings, Jesus Christ, and it's all in his hand. That has to be our only comfort in life and death.